Every CEO I've worked with has raised the same question, and often many times over. How quickly should I move? How do I strike the right balance between listening and acting? This is probably the toughest part of the CEO transition, and the answer will vary very much based on the area of the transition you're considering. One area where the answer is unequivocal is when considering how quickly you move on your senior leadership team. The average time between starting and making the first change to the senior leadership team was 2.8 months. And even then, 65% of the people we interviewed wished they'd move faster.
So knowing that, why don't they?
CEOs often come in and they get a really good read on their team, but instead of acting, they delay to give the organisation and the people more time. We've all heard the stories of the hatchet CEO who comes in and lobs heads first day. It's an unenviable perception to have, so the CEOs delay this, often to their own detriment. Because what they're actually doing is they're delaying the progress and success of the organisation and their own performance as CEO. Some of the CEOs that should wield the hatchet don't. The CEOs that we interviewed in the book were really clear that getting your senior leadership team right is perhaps the biggest lever you can have as CEO. So if there's one area of the transition where you should go fast, this is it.
And I think Doug Mack, who's the former CEO of Fanatics, said it best when he said, being a CEO is like being the coach of a team of elite athletes. If you form your leadership team well, they will give you leverage, because then they begin forming their teams well, and there's a cascading effect. And I think he's absolutely right about this. I think it's also why he said, don't just hire the best people you know, hire the very best people in the world. And of course, this all makes it easier as a CEO, because then it's easier to deliver on your promises to your board, the market, your people. And he also noted that it's really important to keep in mind that these people are going to be the torchbearers of your culture. So pick the right people, and they're going to model the right behaviors. Now, of course, none of this is easy. It's difficult to make the hard decisions. It's difficult to know whom to surround yourself with. At the same time, if you don't, or if you delay it as a new CEO, it's clear that it's actually going to compromise significantly your ability to succeed early on.